Going live.
Are you on?
Yeah. Hello. Does it look okay?
Got an adult to get through.
Oh. Ow. Right. What is this? Is this?
It's all right. What do you think?
I think so. It looks, something looks a bit blurry. Hi guys. Hello. Welcome. Just a quick live. I'm in a. Thank you for the like. Make sure that you like. I'm in a separate environment, so I'm just testing out to see what this looks like. So please do let me know if it looks okay. If you guys can hear me okay. Yeah. Am I close enough? Am I far enough? Like this? Is this good? How are you guys doing? Welcome back. Welcome if you are returning, if you are new, if this is your first time coming across my channel. My name is BeAmie and I talk about celebrity news, what has been trending, what's been in the blogs and the papers, what everyone's been tweeting about. And I've got a few topics to talk about tonight. So yeah, and I hope you guys can join me. So that's what we're going to be talking about. Yeah, a lot have been going on. Adele has been getting slammed. We're going to be talking about what is racism. Like, I did put out a poll earlier. I think I need to come a bit closer. I did put out a poll earlier, and can I click on this? Is kicking a cat worse than racism? And we're going to be talking. Oh, we're going to be talking about that. Yeah, because Kurt Zouma situation is kind of crazy right now. So I want to discuss that because that's a big thing. That's what's been going around. And I watched the video. I did want to insert the video, but I think it's very triggering. So I'm not gonna put the video in. I don't even think that through this YouTube live that I'm doing I can do that. But if you guys haven't seen the video, just check it out just type it up. You should be able to see it on there. But it's very brutal, and it is very triggering. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a massive pet person, especially cats. But to see what he did, to see that, it was quite triggering. Now, does he deserve everything that he's getting? That's another question. I'm going to give you guys my opinion on that. And it's Friday. Cheers. Adele also getting slammed for making a woman comment. I want to talk about that as well. So yeah, it's not going to be long. So please, when you do come in, make sure that you smash the like button and let me know that you are here. And we're going to get right into it. We're 3 minutes in. And I think this is going to be on replay so you guys can catch up. Anyways, let's talk about the first instant. I just want to make sure, can you guys still see me, by the way? Just gonna check you guys can still see me, because I want to talk about Kurt Zouma first and foremost. If you don't know the situation with Kurt Zouma, he is a West Ham United defender who was filmed assaulting his pet cat. His brother, I believe, actually filmed it, and it was very aggressive. He was kicking, he was hitting, he literally kicked the cat like a football. And obviously, like, in the background, they were laughing and making jokes about it. Now, the 24-year-old has now since been fined $250,000 by West Ham, which I believe they donated that to animal charities. The RSPCA has seized both of his cats. and he's been suspended. His brother has been suspended. Zouma has also been dropped as an Adidas athlete, and other companies have suspended their sponsorship to him. Now, there is also a petition going around that he should basically go to prison for doing this. And alongside that conversation, an ex-footballer, an ex-professional footballer, claimed that this was worse than racism. So I'm gonna just play just to hear what he's got to say. Can you guys hear that?
Everywhere they go now, and everywhere he goes, he's going to be targeted, and rightly so as well, because he deserves everything he's going to get. You know, I have to, obviously, I'm a big advocate for mental health, and obviously we need to be careful what I say, because it's bound to test Kurt, but he brought it all on himself by a sickening video. And as I said, I'm still in disbelief that West Ham played him last night. I thought that was disgraceful. But again, the FA, for me, if it was a racism case, the FA have accepted fan players 6-10 games, buy teams 6-10 games. What is the, this is worse, if anything? What is the difference? This is against a defenceless animal that cannot defend themselves. So why the FA have not stepped in to ban him for this as well is beyond disbelief.
Yeah, it'd be really interesting to see how things develop in the coming.
He says that was a quick Chris Kirkland. He says this is worse, if anything, this is worse than racism. My thing is this, right? Like, I don't condone anything, like, at all. Like, I don't condone what he did. Like I said, I watched the video and it was extremely brutal. What did the cat do to you? Like, why did you? And you know what is even more stupid? As big as you are, why are you going to let like somebody film that? Like, that type of stuff, you shouldn't even be filming that. How did it even get leaked? I don't even know at this moment in time. But like, you shouldn't even be filming stuff like that, because anything that you film now is just going to get leaked, and there you have it. Like, you could potentially lose your whole career because you're abusing your cat. Like, what did the cat do to you? Do you know what I mean? So it's just like, and the thing is, like, he didn't just end there like with a kick. Like, my guy slapped the cat. Like, he literally, like, it was bad. Like, I do not condone it at all. But to compare that to racism, you telling me that human, like a pet, is more above humans? That's what, to me, like, that's what I don't get. I want to understand, like, the logic, like, why somebody would say that this is like worse is the terminology for me. Worse than racism? Like, really? Like, okay, he shouldn't have done what he done to the cat, and he knows, like, as somebody who's been in the football game, what it's like for black footballers, like, especially now, for him to say, like, I'm a big advocate for mental health, but yet he deserves everything that's gonna get to him. Like, I just don't understand, like, those two contradictions. Like, I don't get that. Like, so you know what's gonna be coming to him, but you're a big advocate for mental health. Like, whose mental health? The cat's mental health or his mental health? Like, I don't understand. So yeah, so that's been a whole massive talk of conversation. And personally, for me, you know, 100% of you guys says that kicking a cat is worse than racism. I definitely would not have stated that. Like, that is abuse, yes. So if a cat getting abused is worse than racism, then what you're saying is that everything, then, like, all levels of abuse is worse than racism. But like, racism doesn't just, like, racism is it's an opportunity or a space where there will never be like equality. Like, there will never, like, black people or people who are a minority will never be able to be seen as anything important or valuable, and that's okay. That's to me, that's what you're stating when you're saying that that is worse than racism. It's like the cat or a pet is more important than a human being being mistreated, being taught that they are less than because of the color of their skin. like a human being. Like, you just cannot compare a human to an animal. Like, as much as what the cat got did not deserve that at all. Yes, it's a cat that does not have its own voice, that is vulnerable. But at the same time, like, I just don't get that concept. Like, how do you compare a pet to an animal? And I know this is not going to be like a favorite opinion or popular opinion. I'm seeing as 100% of you guys said that, you know, a cat is worse. Kicking a cat is worse than racism. But when you deep it, it's like, not really. That's a whole generation of people who have had to suffer through oppression, who have had to fight to be heard, to be seen, to be understood, like to be seen as something valuable, to be seen as, I have the same color blood as you. Like, I'm just like you, just that my skin tone is different. But yet, if it came down to animals or me as a black person, an animal would have more right to me. That's very heartbreaking and very sad to know that people place more value on animals than somebody who is of a different race. Do you understand what I'm saying? So although what he did is terrible, like, by all means, like, it was bad. Like, I watched the video, but it's sad to also know that when it comes down to race and animals, like, we're still at that space where yet again the truth is revealed, and the truth is that we're just not we've not moved forward. Like, this has shown that we haven't progressed. This has shown that we haven't grown. Like, there really isn't that equality that people are talking about. You know, the same people that want to be like, oh, England is not a racist place, there really isn't that. Because now that we're talking about a cat or a pet being more important, more valuable, the cat wins. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy because he's done that and he's lost his whole career over it. And I mean, not lost his career literally, but on the verge. I really wouldn't be surprised if he did. I think they're really gonna do everything that they can to really tear him down, to really destroy him. I think this is the perfect opportunity to basically rip him to shreds. You know, to basically be like, let's finish him. Let's finish him off, especially being a black player. It's even worse. I even saw a video of Wayne Rooney. I think it was Wayne Rooney, and he basically like picked up his dog, and let me end this poll. He basically picked up his dog. Oh, my chats are disconnected. Hold on. Let me see if I can write something. I don't know why it says my chats are disconnected, but if you can just write something just so that I know that you guys can chat, because I don't know, it says my chats are disconnected. I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, so he basically picked up his dog and he like threw it in the pool. And then there was this whole debate like, well, maybe he was trying to teach his dog how to swim, or, well, like, there was all manner of excuses coming from that. And the thing is, the dog didn't look like he wanted to be thrown in the water. And I'm pretty sure if that was a black person picking up the dog, thrown in the water, like, it would be a different reaction. So it was very interesting that the reactions were very different. Now, he did not do anything near what he did, but the dog still looked distressed. You know, he looked distressed. It didn't look like he wanted to be picked up, you know. But yeah, it is what it is. But I mean, Zouma needs to learn his lesson, really, and his brother. I don't know why they thought it was funny to basically do that, but yeah, it is what it is. Moving on, let's just quickly talk about Kim and Kanye. They have been the talk of conversation and breaking the internet with their divorce, and there is a whole heap of divorce talk and conversation around that. You know, the last Kim kind of opened up about the reason for, you know, they're divorcing and things like that, and then Kanye put a caption like, God, what did he say? He said something like, God, bring back our family together. The level of confusion in that, like, confuses me. Because I'm like, you're out here in these streets chilling with Julia Fox, who recently done an interview where she's basically like, you know, well, I don't really care about the situation with him and Kim. And then your man is out here praying to God that he will have his family back together. Like, do you, like, how does that work? Like, I just don't understand. I don't blame Julia at all. I'm just like, sis, do you enjoy the moment? He's out here buying Birkins for you and your friends. You know, just take it all in. At the end of the day, she has no loyalties to Kim. She doesn't owe Kim anything. You know, she's just like, she's a girlfriend or whatever she wants to call herself. But how are you going to be praying that God brings your family back together, but you're not doing anything about it? Like, do you guys not know the scripture that says that faith without works is dead? Like, you're literally acting as if like, oh, I'm just praying out and just putting this out there, but the works that you're doing completely contradicts and takes away from what you're praying for. So how is God supposed to give you your family back when you're showing Kim every reason why she cannot even come back to you? You're constantly, you know, like exposing them. Like, he's literally saying one thing and doing the completely opposite. So I don't really know what is going on in the situation there. I don't know if you guys think that Kim should kind of open her arms back to him, but personally, I feel like Kim is done. And when a woman is done, a woman is done. Like, literally, when a woman is done, a woman is done. So that is, you know, what is happening at the moment with Kim and Kanye. And I don't know. I kind of, partly what Kanye is doing, I'm kind of like, okay, cool. Like, let us know. You know, like I said in my last live, like, yeah, like, show us some of the things that are going on that we don't see. You know, some of the things that they're trying to, like, maybe push under the rug, some of the things that they're trying to hide, some of the ways that you're being treated. Like, stand your ground, sir. Like, you know what I mean? But at the same time, how can I take you seriously when you kind of like want your cake and eat it? Like, when you kind of like want to do one thing, but you're saying something else. Like, it doesn't align. It doesn't make sense. Like, let your words align. And I think that's my problem, like, with Kanye. Like, he's setting up all of these fake, you know, like, fake things. Like, you know, the whole airport thing with Julia. It's like, it's all staged. Like, it feels like everything is staged. And I don't know if it's to make Kim jealous, but the girl, she's gone. And she's like, I don't want you anymore. Like, it really does feel like Kim has had enough. You know, like, it just feels like Kim's had enough, and she just wants to move on. Like, she wants to move on in peace. And Pete is not like, he doesn't seem like a problematic guy. He doesn't seem like the type of guy that he doesn't seem like the type of guy that, like, is even bothered. Like, apparently he doesn't even have social media. Like, he's not really out there like that. He does his work, like he said in the video, and he'll either hang out with his friends or he'll hang out with his girlfriend. He's very, like, quiet type of guy. Whereas with Kanye, he's very much out there and he's looking for problems. And you know them ones, yeah, when you're looking for problem and the person is not, and the problem is not even like trying to look for you. Like, you're fighting like by yourself. Like, the person you're trying to fight for don't even know like that, like you've got a problem with them. So it's kind of like only one way. Like, he's subliminally putting in his music that he wants to fight Pete and he wants to do this with Pete, and Pete is literally like, bro, like, I'm not there like with you. So I don't know what the future will hold, but yeah, but we'll see. We will see. Moving on. I don't know if my chats are working because it's still saying that unable to connect chat. Please try again later. So I don't even know if you guys can hear me or not. Is it working? The chats?
Yeah, we're chatting.
Is it? But I can't see. Is anyone chatting?
Yeah.
Why can't I see the chats? Pop-up chat. Let's see. Oh no. I don't know why I can't see the chats, people. Oh yes, I can see it now. Oh, well, hello. Now I feel like can you hear clearly? But come closer. Oh, okay. Is that better? That was a long time ago, but I've only just seen this. I couldn't see the chats. Hello. The second reaction, though, are not surprising because a black footballer and against animal abuse still eat meat. Yeah, talk that talk. Real talk. They do still eat. Oh my gosh. See, I'm only seeing, okay, so 75% of you guys says no, and 25% yeah. It was still showing me 100%, but when will black folk understand that what's YT, folks, by the way? Sorry, I'm only just seeing the chats now. I couldn't see it earlier. Animal lives more than black lives. What he was wrong, but the conversation changes when they compare. Exactly, it definitely does change. I know I've gone back now, but I'm just reading the chats. At least you can read the chats now. I know I couldn't read it before. Oh, YT means white people. Okay, learn something new every day. Anyway, let's talk quickly about Adele. I'm not going to be long here on this live. Let's hear what she has to say.
The name of this award has changed, but I really love being a woman and being a female artist. I do. I'm really proud of us. I really am. Thank you so much. Well, the name of this award has changed, but I really love being a woman and being a female artist. I do. I'm really proud of us. I really am.
What's wrong with her saying that? So, Adele was getting a lot of backlash for her statement during her acceptance speech at the Brits Awards because she stated that she really loves being a woman, being a female artist. I don't even know where to start. So we're not allowed to, so as a woman, I'm not allowed to define myself as a woman. Like, I'm not allowed to be like, I am proud to be a woman. Like, excuse me. I don't understand what the problem is with that. And it's crazy because when we talk about like being inclusive or including other people, why does inclusivity, if that's the right word, why does it have to be shutting down of other people for you to feel included? Like, why? That's what I don't understand. I don't have a problem with having a conversation about inclusiveness, but why does one voice have to be muted for you to feel included? Like, that is that is an internal insecurity that you need to deal with. If you can't have a conversation with somebody who in their own right is a woman or whatever it is that you want to be included in, as we're talking about being a woman, if you can't sit and having a conversation with a woman, or if a woman can't stand there, take her award proudly and say, you know what, yeah, it's great that we've got now these inclusive awards, but I'm proud to be a woman. I love being a woman. Like, why must my voice be muted to make you feel better? That's where I have a problem. Like, I don't have a problem with sitting down and talking about how I can, how we what inclusiveness looks like in our society, but I'll be damned if it means that my voice as a woman is muted. Like, that's what we're not going to do. Like, we're not going to shut something down to try and erect something that you are trying to build. If you want to do that, then do that. If I want to build here and be in my womanhood, let me be in my womanhood. Like if I'm not bashing you or knocking you down, then let me be and you can be over here. Like what is the problem with that? I think it makes it for me, it makes it very hard to sit down and have conversations like this when the people that want to have the conversation are not really ready or willing to be open-minded, or they're ready to feel offended, or they're ready to feel attacked. Because number one, I'm not trying to attack you, and number two, you're attacking me, you're attacking my femininity. Do you understand? Like you now want me to suppress myself so that you can feel elevated, so that you can feel empowered. And it's like, well, no, actually, like, I'm not going to do that. We can't have real conversation. Like if you are not allowing me to be in my full glory, like in my fullness, in the way that I was created. Like if you want to be that, then be that. And if I'm not disrespecting you, like if I'm not like tearing you down, like if I'm not doing none of that stuff, I'm assuring myself, then what's the problem? And this group of people that want to be tearing down Adele because she stood in her womanness and femininity, and so rightfully, okay, then that's an insecurity that you need to deal with and you need to work on, because women are not like that. Like if you want to be a woman, like if you're a man and you want to be a woman, like maybe learn the art of a woman, like how a woman is. Like we're very strong, we're very bold, like we're very proud of who we are. Now here's the thing, like you want to become a woman, but yet you want to shut down another woman. Like you should just be learning from it. You should just be like, okay, like this is how a woman is. Like maybe I can strive to be like that, so that when I do finish my transition, I can also be proud to be like that. Not be like, oh my gosh, like now I don't feel included because you said the woman word. Like what? It's ridiculous. It is so ridiculous. And I didn't see many people online who was agreeing, because it's obviously a group of people who felt triggered. And it's almost like, to me, it's just like you are triggered by your own insecurity at this point. Like you are triggered because like you're going through your transition, and maybe with all the hormones, maybe with everything that you're going through, the mental strain, all of that stuff is pressuring, and it's a lot, it's hard, it's a lot, I can imagine. So now don't take that out on women. Like I'm sorry, I wouldn't stop saying that I'm a woman and I'm proud to be a woman because that offends you. Like just don't be around it. Like I think it's absolutely ridiculous. You want to be a part of a agenda that you almost kind of want to eradicate. Like I feel like that's an agenda on its own, and that's where there is that clash, because people don't feel comfortable to talk about real issues. People don't feel comfortable to address certain issues because you are going to get offended. You don't hear women being like, oh, like if I address a certain issue, like I'm just gonna get like offended with like everything. Like you can't get offended with everything. Like you don't hear a woman being like, oh, or a man being like, oh, I'm a man, like I have to certify myself like as a man. Most of the time when men do that and they're like, I'm the man, then there's an insecurity that you are kind of reflecting on that person, that you feel like you need to tell them that you're the man. But I can see that you're the man. Why do you feel the need to assert yourself on me that you're man? Because you've got an insecurity. You don't see women being like, I'm the woman, I can carry kids because I'm a woman, like shouting from the rooftop. We just live it. So why do you feel like you need to shout it from the rooftop? Or why do you feel like you need to shut other people down? Adele said absolutely nothing wrong, in my humble opinion. So it makes it difficult for us to actually understand what people would want inclusivity to look like, because we can't ask the questions that we want to ask, that we can understand better. And if we don't have no understanding, there's going to be no progression. In order for us to move forward, then we need to have understanding. We need to understand. We have questions. If I can't sit with a transgender and ask difficult questions in order for me to understand, then you don't want me to understand you. You just want to be able to use your experience as almost a way to justify or as a crutch for like anything goes. You know, if you don't get the position that you want, oh, it's because I am this. You know, it's because I am transgender. Oh, if somebody knocks you on the shoulder, oh, is it because I'm this? Like, you're literally using your experience to kind of crucify people when nobody's really throwing stones at you. Like, people genuinely just want to be like, okay, let's sit down together. Like, can we have a conversation? Like, is this a safe space for me to ask the questions so that I can know how to include you in this world, in this society? Like, if they're trying to put in place like systems where there is inclusivity, like when they're changing things at the Brits, like if they are changing things when it comes to like award shows and all of that, like, do people not have the right to ask questions? Like, do people not have? And sometimes asking questions is not because people are being judgmental, it's just because people want to understand. Like, people want to genuinely understand. So yeah, I think it was to be honest, it's just poor and disgusting that people really wanted to drag and, you know, break down Adele. It's just the same thing that they were trying to do to J.K. Rowling's, because, you know, she's standing in her femininity, in her womanness, you know. And to me, it's like, you have an agenda. Like, you have an agenda. You want to come into my world, like you want to be what I am, but you want to tear me down and silence me. Like, how does that even make sense? How does that even make sense, please? I think it was very unfair. It's very unfair. Like, if you really would want to know my opinion about that, like, it was very unfair. She said nothing wrong, and she probably just said it so innocently, you know. And if you take that the wrong way, then that's on you. Maybe check yourself. Maybe be like, wow, why did I get triggered? You know, why did I get triggered? Like, why did that hurt me? And the thing is, yeah, like, what people also know is that there's certain things that will really get people like cancelled, or really get people like, you know, like dragged, you know. And for you to start something like a trend that will literally drag somebody that may near enough ruin their career, that I'm not saying that's what happened to Adele, but just like in general, like, I think that's a bit evil. Like, I think that's a bit wicked, you know. So yeah, cancel culture is definitely boring. The agenda is to assert their gender. And what is their gender? And I'm not even like, I'm not being shady, I'm not being mean, or like, I genuinely want to know. I'm the kind of person that, like, you know, I love people. Like, I'm a very people's person. Like, I love people. I want to understand people. I feel like I have a calling for people. And so to me, I'm like, I want to sit down. Like, I want to discuss. I want us to talk. I can't sit down and talk to people who are going to get offended, because some people are just like direct. They just want to like, please, I want to ask this question, but I don't want you to get offended. And for the fact that people would even feel like, before they can even ask the question, they'll actually feel like, please don't get offended. That's already a problem. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's already a problem. Before someone even asks a question, that they have to first of all do a disclaimer. It's already a problem. Every woman have the right to be a woman. Exactly. Every woman has the right to be a woman. Whew. Women don't have breasts, it's a chest. Oh my god. You guys. Yeah. I don't believe in cancel culture either. I think cancel culture is absolutely ridiculous. It's like a bunch of people who will like you today and love you, hate you tomorrow, pick you up when they want, drop you when they don't want, and it's almost like you're at the mercy of people's feet, and I hate that. And it's like those people that you want to cancel, like they are still in their bag, like they're still making their money, they are still doing what they are doing. It's like you did not create them, you did not give them a purpose or a destiny. So what makes you think that you've got the power to stop them from fulfilling purpose? Like, I just don't understand. And I think that we have been fed this lie, as consumers, to think that we have enough power to stop people from actually fulfilling their purpose, and it's not. And we don't, like, we really don't. And there was even I'm going to do this in a separate video, but this UK influencer Grace Ajilore, she recently hit the blogs for a post that she made. I think it was on TikTok, where basically, let me just go to it quickly. Yeah, so one of her supporters said, I don't know if she's a supporter, but they said, did she break up with her baby dad? I think I've missed a chapter. And then Grace replied and said, under a rock, because it's over a year, sis. And then she replied, the girl said, not all of us check your socials religiously, that's all. And she was getting a lot of backlash for it, because she was just like, under a rock, basically saying, like, have you been living under the rock? Like, you don't even know my relationship status. And it was really like the passive aggression that I think people didn't really like, because it's kind of like, oh, it's that again, like being fed with this ideology that it's very easy for celebrities to be created, right? Like, it's very easy to become or be called like an influencer, and it's having that in your mind that because I've got a certain amount of followers, like everybody knows my life. And what this was kind of suggesting was that in Grace's mentality, that's what was being portrayed, was that you've been living under the rocks, like if you don't know what my relationship status is. And sis was just like, listen, not everybody checks your socials religiously. And it was very interesting, because it's kind of like we constantly fed like this idea that we have, number one, like if you are at a certain level, what people would call like an influencer or like a media personality or internet personality, that everybody follows you and cares about you. And some people follow you not because they care about you, just because they just want to see like what your downfall is today, or they just want to see like negative things, like not necessarily because they love you so much. And also for people who are obsessing and who idolize these people, they've also been fed this lie that like you have the power and the ability to make or break these people, but these people don't care about you. And yeah, it was crazy, because I remember watching a video where someone was like, these influencers are not your friends, like these people are not your friends. But it's interesting because viewers really feel like they have that connection with these internet personalities, and there really isn't. And when you actually lift up this rock that this person has been living under for not knowing that you left your baby daddy or whatever, you realize that there is such a massive disconnect. Like, people are really trying to just live up to this expectation or just create this lifestyle that they want. And it's like, I don't care about you. I'm just going to use you to get onto where I want to get to, and you can literally like get forgotten of today and or get remembered today. Like, people have viral moments where people remember them, and then when it's done, like nobody cares anymore. So yeah, I think it's crazy that cancel culture has gotten us to this place where we think like we actually have the power to like cancel people, and most of the time we're just kind of going along with the flow. It's like if something is trending, like if a tweet is trending, then most of the time people will just kind of like follow what the last person said, and it becomes a bit like Chinese whispers. And sometimes people don't even follow the story, they just kind of go by hearsay, and hearsays, like, you know, Chinese whispers, it changes along the way and it becomes a new story, and then it becomes a new story, and some people literally don't even care about the totality or the foundation of that story. So that's what I think in a nutshell about cancel culture. I don't know if I made sense there, but yeah. The Grace had no grace. Oh wow, but we didn't mean it. She probably didn't, but and there's nothing wrong with seeing yourself as being that important that somebody must live under a rock for not knowing your situation. But yes, and you know what is interesting? The way people respond sometimes to people, it's like, wow. Wow. You don't even have cameras following you around, but you really can just speak to people who support you like that, and it's okay. But yeah, guys, anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed my live today. That is all that I wanted to talk about. It's crazy. I really just want this whole Kim Ye situation to, I hope they resolve it in a way. I don't know how they'll resolve it, because I kind of feel like Kanye keeps kind of digging himself a hole. And I don't know. I don't know. I can't see it. I cannot see it going anywhere. But who knows? Who knows at this point? And we'll see what is going to be happening with Zouma. I mean, he's been fined a lot of money, which he can probably afford. There's a petition, like I say, going around to get him in prison. I don't really think that is fair. But I think I've come to realize that as much as this country wants to say that they're not racist, like the true colors always come out. You know, remember that song, I see your true colors? Yeah, it always comes out. It always comes out, and it's never a surprise. So what are we even surprised about? And I've said everything that I need to say about the whole Adele situation. Like, yeah, definitely enjoyed your live. Continue doing more lives. Big up yourself. Thank you so much. Cancel culture has destroyed a lot of things, but that's for people who actually have been cancelled by the big boys. You know the big boys, the one that actually have like the principalities, you know, the one that actually dominates and have the power to actually change things, like not like the miniature thing, like, you know, the miniature ones, yeah, like these ones. I think we've seen it most with Wiley. I think for me, that's the biggest kind of cancel person I've seen. It's Wiley. Like, my guy was literally wiped. Literally wiped. Anyways, guys, I am done for today's live. It's Friday night. Cheers to you guys. Thank you for joining me on my live, and I don't know when I'll be back on live, but I shall be doing more lives. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? I don't even understand. Like, what are you waiting for? Please do hit that subscribe button, smash the like button. We are on the road to 10,000 subscribers. If this is your first time coming across my channel, my name is BeAmie or Ami, and I give you guys all type of celebrity and cultural news. That's what we do over here, you know, with my little bit of season, you know. I come different, okay? I come different. So thank you so much, guys, and I will speak to you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. Woo!